Hail, intrepid viewers, and welcome back to the Warlock of Firetop Mountain. It's been a while since we played, and I've been getting the itch. I've been playing a little on my own, but I figured it was time to revisit it. There's new DLC, and we got new hotness. So I bought the DLC, and prior to buying the DLC, I wasn't sure whether or not I expected the new characters to be immediately playable or unlockable, and then I was like, I don't know how I feel about a game where I pay money for a thing I then have to unlock, but moot point because it comes unlocked. That's cool, we can actually play as the actual things that are in the game. Oh man, giant rat, that seems like hard mode, probably? I don't know, I haven't looked at them yet, so I don't know what they do. I played a game yesterday as Lin Wen Wu, and that went very well. I'm always impressed at how this game manages to change things between Let's Plays to make it, I don't know, it's not the same old. Every time I play the game, it's like playing a different game, practically. If I make different decisions or have different characters, it's insanely dynamic. So, we have Ophelia Lapwing. She's educated and lucky. That's a pretty dynamite combination. What do? Single attack in the front, boring. Strong attack to the left, cool. Blindside. A quick slash of her blade, and suddenly Ophelia has shifted places. Do I get to choose? That's interesting. Ethereal Feint, a deceptive attack that cannot be parried or blocked. This attack automatically wins any clash. So that sounds pretty dang cool. Vignor Firestorm. That's a man mountain. He is dexterous and illiterate. 22 stamina. Jeebus. Attacks. 3 to the front, that's huge. 1 to the left, that's lame. Sudden sweep. Vignor cleaves the area before him, stunning enemies, and a reckless charge. Those sound cool. He sounds really cool. I might pick him, but I will almost certainly die very quickly, being too reckless. And you, Haldar Eriksson, low stamina, very lucky. You're definitely lucky. And you have a keen eye. Keen eye, I love keen eye. Like, sometimes it sucks playing characters who don't have keen eye. 1 eye. So 3 to the front, that's awesome. 2 to the side, that's adequate. Shield slash. Oh, I friggin'. Also, I love characters like playing Lin yesterday. Shield characters are just so nice. Just having having one shield move in your toolbox. Like especially at the end game when you're fighting big based enemies, and so positioning is super important. Having that one, like, oh, I didn't move properly, just that one get out of jail free card that has a cooldown of a few turns is so valuable. Anyway, shielded slash utilizes both his wits and small shield in a carefully executed attack. Haldar cannot be damaged. Okay, that's cool. Also big AoE. That's a really good move. Probably has like a 1,000,000 turn cooldown. I wonder why this doesn't show the cooldown. Hurling a trio of daggers, Haldar can retreat to a safer distance. That sounds hard to land, but super cool and useful as well for the reasons I just said. So, right now, Haldar and Vignor are my favorites. Not to diss you, Ophelia. You're just, I mean, man, all 3 of these guys are cool actually. So that's gonna be a tough choice. Let me check out these guys, who I assume are a mix of easy and hard. But like the rat, what do, rat? No attributes. 3 stamina. Very skillful, actually. Surprisingly skillful. Giant rat. Oh, but you're very freaking slippery. Oh man. Interesting. So this is not straight up hard mode. There is actually a pretty competent toolbox here. The lack of stamina. Okay, the skeleton warrior, he might just be hard mode. No, you have a sassy retort. That's really strong too. Maybe they're gonna be really good in combat and really weak on everything else. We'll see. Rosnik. I don't remember. Alanzia. Why don't I recognize this character? Maybe I haven't played through the mountain as the right person. 80 stamina. Is that a lot of stamina? Yeah, that seems like a lot of stamina. I mean, so I'm just thinking, like, assuming Rosnik cannot heal for some reason, or maybe he just takes a he takes reduced damage or extra damage. I mean, skill 5 means he'll basically lose every clash, so maybe he just has to. I mean, I assume you can heal. Interesting. What do you got? Lurches forward aggressively, dealing damage to the target and the attacker. Ah, I see. Swipes madly, dealing damage to both the target and the attacker. Okay. Everything hurts himself. So you're crazy, Rosnick. You're not my cup of tea. Slime Beast. You guys are annoying as cuss when I fight you. See, that's why they're annoying. That friggin' T-block AoE. That's one of the only moves in the game that punishes 2 squares out and diagonal. And I always forget who has it. Sludge Tongue Razorback. And you're a big base. That'd be interesting to play as a big base character. The Orc Taskmaster. 1 damage whip strike. Oh, 2 damage. Wow, I don't think I've ever really even observed that move. The scimitar. 9-tail flurry. That's cool. Those are cool moves. I like you, Orc Taskmaster. But you, Wilhelm the Jerk. Low stamina, but you have vampire, right? Drink blood, yes. Yes. However, 8 is so low. Transter is super strong too. Summon bats. Summon bats. Does it actually summon bats or just deal damage? Probably just that one. I'm gonna stick with a more mundane character this time. I'm gonna go with Vignor Firestorm because I've been reading a lot of Berserk lately and I kind of just feel like playing a barbarian. So that's what we're gonna do. If you want to see somebody else, leave a comment and I will make it so. Oh, he's going into the... Whoa! Secret entrance! I didn't realize there was a secret section to the friggin' mountain. Cool. Your raging anger has driven you towards the mountain. For days you've been traveling across Alanzia, seeking this strange peak. Oh, Alanzia's not a person. I forgot. Your desire to reach this foreboding place is driven by your need to spill blood. Goblin blood. Well, good thing, because I don't have any goblin blood in me, I hope. The ransacking of one of your father's homesteads along the River Cock, north of Anvil, was one incursion too many by a band of notorious hill goblins. So notorious, they didn't have a name. With permissions from your father, the famed Magnus Firestorm, you have made it your mission to hunt down these filthy creatures and restore honor to the Firestorm name. Ah. You have tracked the pillaging goblins for many days. Wait, what? Weren't they just north of Anvil? Or is it many days' journey between the two? I don't know, it's hard to tell on that map. You have tracked the pillaging goblins for many days. It also seems they have been tracking you too, though, in a big circle jerk of tracking. Based on information you throttled from a goblin scout that crossed your path, the ugly, warty creature had been following you closely for 2 nights, as you made your way through dense scrubland on the pagan plains. You led the poor wretch into a rocky cleft that you knew had no way out, and tracked back to complete your entrapment. His chieftain, named Scarclaw, had given orders to keep an eye on you after you were spotted riding south from the burning farms and villages. If you tarried too close to Firetop Mountain, he was to overtake you and warn his brethren. This will now never happen. The mountain looms over you like a monstrous giant as you near. You've heard stories of a mysterious warlock residing within, and you just hope that the pillaging creatures work alone, or you'll be spilling more than just goblin blood this day. You grip the hilt of your great sword and stride purposefully up the steep rocky slope. Ahead of you is a small opening in a sheer cliff that the goblins have been using as a way into the mountain. Your adventure starts here. Peer into the gloom. Did they switch the order? I feel like Stamany's over here. I don't know. You see a rocky corridor stretching out into the gloom ahead, and there is the sound of rushing water bubbling somewhere deep beneath your feet. Is this like the second section? You just skipped the first part, basically? Urk, why do goblins live in such foul, dark places? Light up my lantern. Yeah. Why wouldn't we? No, this is definitely new. You light your lantern and begin wandering through the rock-hewn tunnel. The walls are damp, and there are small bones and animal droppings littered across the floor. You hear the sound of small, scurrying feet in the darkness ahead. 3 brown-skinned goblins run towards you across a wooden walkway, snarling and shouting aggressively, waving their weapons in the air. Well, this is a pleasant welcome. One word echoes in the corridor. Intruder! Intruder! That's a goblin, I guess. There's already a save point there. I guess you gotta put one in the beginning. Okay, let's see if I can get myself killed. Fight 1, round 1. So remember they wobble to attack. Weebles wobble but they don't fall down. Reckless charge, do it! Boom! Oh, it hurts me. I didn't clock that. Can I see my moveset? I don't think so. Oh, that's cool. It tells the goblin. That's super cool. I only have 3 HP. That's awesome. I love that. Normally what I do is if I'm playing boringly is I just kind of attack until they get within range. Oh, I have it. Oh, I see. I see. Right. I remember he moves now. Oh, I'm an idiot. I should have done that in the first place. Oh, he's... Oh, you're stunned. You're dead. You can still move when you're stunned? Then what's the point? So he didn't wobble, which means he's gonna move, right? Yeah, it does. And you're gonna move there, right? Alright, the stupid one diagonal. Lame sauce. Oh, wow, no wobble. I clearly have forgotten much. I thought they wobbled when they attacked. Maybe that's only certain creatures. Kapow! 1 damage to me. So that reckless charge is super reckless. I'm kind of regretting how reckless. And see, 6 stamina lost from 3 goblins. Not a good ratio. You quickly inspect the goblins and turn out some gold coins from their pockets. Oh boy! 3 down, and no doubt countless more to come. Press into the lair. Well, we'll heal a little bit. You clamber across a small gorge that cuts the path in two. A poorly constructed goblin bridge made up of rough wooden planks creaks under your weight but appears to hold. You can hear the trickle of water flowing down below, somewhere in the darkness. However, it is hard to judge how far down it actually is. On reaching the other side, you can see a small table and chairs, which you assume was where the goblins were seated before you walked in. Rest ye here. Wait, I remember that. Also sitting as well. Open bench. Yeah. Let us sit and rest. I will not eat the provisions, because I think provisions restore 10, and I'm only down 6, and resting restores 5, so we'll do that. We've rested. Plus 5 stam. Cool. Examine that table. The table appears to be made of old pieces of driftwood, no doubt scavenged from a river. There are some bones lying on the top along with some gold pieces. Gold stolen from my father, no doubt. You grab the few coins from the table, trying not to touch the rotten bones that surround them. 3 whole pieces. What if I wanted those bones? A wooden jetty. This is weird. It's been... Because I've been playing Warlock so long, so many times that weren't the first time, it feels weird to be, like, completely not knowing what's around the corner. There is something as a cage, not a person. The jetty. Let's go east. I don't really want to go to the... I don't want to go to the jetty. Into the chasm of scariness. You stand beneath an iron cage that is suspended above you. To your left, 2 wooden beams hold up what appears to be a small wooden hut. To your right, you see a large wooden hut, accessed by a number of wooden planks acting like a makeshift bridge. Let's look at the cage. Is Mad Mardigan inside? Looking up the cage appears to be empty. A large metal rod hangs from a rope that appears to be connected to a pulley system above the cage. Ha! I couldn't imagine being imprisoned in a place like this. Pull the rope. Grasping the metal rod, you give the rope a strong tug. You hear a click from above as if a metal catch has been released, but the rope remains taut. On releasing the rod, it suddenly shoots upwards while the cage hurtles downwards. Your instinctual dexterity allows you to quick roll out of the way. No loss, just a pointless... Oh, lying on its side, the cage door squeaks open, and you see a small glass sphere roll forward and off the wooden bridge into the dark depths below. No loss, it's just a pointless glass ball. Maybe it's David Bowie's. Let's check out the hut to the left. The hut is crudely built from old pieces of driftwood. Everywhere. Was there an ocean nearby? Where's all this driftwood coming from? I guess there is a river that goes through the mountain. I guess that could be it. You can see a small window, but there doesn't appear to be anyone or anything in it. Yeah, come through the window. The climb is easy as you pull yourself up onto the wooden planks. You peer through the window and see a small room big enough for a goblin to stand. You can see 2 broken arrows of goblin design lying on the floor. This must be where a goblin archer would normally sit. So there's actually nothing there. I wonder if that's a luck thing. It just sometimes there's something there, sometimes there's not something there. Let's check out the larger hut. Tentatively, you walk across the makeshift bridge, the wooden planks creaking under your weight. Suddenly, you hear a thwang as an arrow flies past your right ear. You look up to one of the windows and see a goblin archer fumbling to line up another arrow. I will charge, always charge. You hear another thwang, but this time the goblin has you within point-blank range. 2 stamina, I don't care, can I kill him? Thankfully, this goblin archer is a poor shot, and even with such a mighty advantage, the arrow only causes a minor wound. It is enough to make you fall backwards, though, and you clatter onto the deck. Oh, well, that's pointless. The goblin shrieks with laughter. Not wanting to be within any range of this creature, you make your way back across the bridge instead of push on immediately. I wonder if you can only make that if you're lucky. I always feel dumb on the second playthrough when I choose the same choice on purpose again to see if it does something different, and it doesn't do anything different. And I'm still not sure if it's luck or not. Cautiously, you walk down the passage, passing another wooden hut set on stilts to your left. There is movement in the 2 windows, and suddenly you hear the thwang of bowstrings as arrows rain down upon you. You pick up pace and run forward down the step in the rocky path. Your great dexterity means you can duck and swerve between the arrows. Cool. Knowing that more arrows are likely to fly again soon, you quickly check your surroundings. You are standing on an outcrop of rock that extends slightly away from the cave wall you have been following. Behind you is the hut on stilts, where you can hear the shrieks of the goblin archers, and in the gloom ahead you see another hut built into the cave wall. Rough-hewn stone steps also lead upward. To your right, you can also see what looks to be the top of a ladder that extends down into the darkness. It may lead down to the river bubbling below. Goblins. Give me options, game. You are suddenly alerted to a loud horn that sounds like it is being blown somewhere back down the passageway traveled along. It is closely followed by angry goblin shrieks. They hate horns. You hear the scampering of feet, and 5 goblins burst from the path. The goblin archers also climb down from the hut, now brandishing small swords. Fight the goblins! I'm glad there was no choice there, because that was the only choice you could reasonably make. Okay, you have swords now though, not bows, so I should be okay. Right? Move. Let's do a stunning sweep! Oh, you hit me, but I am way more skilled than you, kinda, sorta. 9 skill's actually not that high, maybe I'm spoiled. I need to... let's attack. Oh, I forgot. I hate this guy. The Descent of Battle hath loaded a goblin. Okay. I guess I need to get good at killing multiple goblins in a row. This lack of diagonals, really not a fan. I mean, I have a diagonal, obviously, but the 1 damage diagonal, that's lame stuff. I guess I could be better at I could be better at lining up straight attacks more. I mean, these guys attack diagonally. I draw. You blocked my stunning sweep. I'm gonna do a charge. More goblins. Jeez, this is a good fight though. Maybe not for this character. Take this. I'm trying to formulate a better plan than just these pinging 1 damage attacks. Stunning sweep? Yeah, stunning sweep! 9. I win. Nice. Okay, so he's still gonna move. You were toast? Cool. It's working! Is he gonna move too? I think he's gonna move. Where's an attack here? Oh, I blew my shot at damage. He's attacking. You gotta block that attack. And we did. And now we're gonna do a stunning sweep? No, not yet. You were not attacking, right? Can I reckless charge? Reckless charge is only 2? Okay. I'll attack here, because I'm not sure what you're doing. Cool, that's a good choice. Better lucky than good. 8. You're fleeing. You're moving? Question mark, stunning sweep! Ah, you weren't moving. Good thing I did a stunning sweep. I just use the stunning sweep as the... Oh no! The stunning's... Can you please move? Thank you! Crush him with the big sword. You're moving again, right? Yeah, you are, sucker. Okay, you guys are all attacking me though. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm gonna get out of the way, because I can't attack both of you. Reckless charge! Oh, that's the advantage of reckless charge. It hits both. I thought it'd be stopped somehow. I don't know how. Oh wow! Double 1's a double 6. That's crazy. I don't see rolls that bad too often. Okay, he's gonna move, you jerk. Stand still so I can smite you. Taking a lot of damage, but this was a lot more goblins, so I feel less bad about it. We're running again. And stunning sweep. Why not? Jeez. Cool. Lost. Oh, I only lost 4? I guess that's a little lower than I thought. Cool, that was not bad at all. Good trade. The last of the goblins is slain. Check in their bodies. You find a handful of gold coins. Cool. What are the options? I don't want to climb... I don't want to climb down, but we did have that crystal ball thing go off the edge, and I'm super curious about that. So let's check it out. Oh, east is a dead end. I should have gone east as a dead end. Just to explore it. Climbing down the ladder, you reach a small wooden platform. Another ladder that leads you down to a rickety wooden platform where most of the planks seem to have rotten and fallen away. Are they made of driftwood? The sound of rushing, bubbling water fills your ears. You do not hear a number of large bats swoop down from a nearby perch to attack you. Test my skill. I'm not super skilled. Oh. What happens? I don't manage to duck. My reflexes are too slow. Claws rake at your head, and by waving them away, you stumble, losing your footing. Only luck will save you now. Will I just die? Am I gonna straight up die? That'd be fantastic. That'd be so funny. Oh, what's gonna happen? You fall to your death in the river below. That's hilarious. So, in general, I'm not a huge fan of out-of-combat deaths, but this game definitely gets a pass. It's kind of the nature of the beast. So I'm tempted right now to re-roll just to experience the other people. Let's do that. I could resurrect, and normally if I was playing by myself I would, just to play to the end. But I kind of want to get a taste of each person, and then maybe, I mean, just play till I die, and then, depending on how close I am to the end, to switch or not, just to play a little more. So this is actually a good time to end the episode here. I'm going to play the next episode now. So, no chance for you to comment on who you want to play for the next episode, but do comment anyway, and there will be an episode, you know, trying to acquiesce to your request, as it were. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys whatever game alternates with this one. Cinch your catchphrase.